Hey guys, welcome back to the mat with me. Today I have a quick fire full body session. We're going to incorporate the Pilates ring, which I've been loving at the moment, and it's going to have a little bit of everything. This is going to show a snippet of one of the classes that I ran the other week here in Milan at Triom, the new home of wellness. So if you ever wondered what those classes look like, this will give you a nice sneak peek. But I really found the stimulus of the ring added a couple of extra layers to some of the familiar movements. It really added a bit of stability where we needed it, but also added a little bit of challenge. So if you've got a Pilates ring, meet me down on the mat and let's get started. Pop the ring off to the side. We're going to start in a 4-point kneeling position. Wrists underneath our shoulders, knees underneath our hips. We're just going to start by warming up our spine. So send that belly to the mat, coming into that cow. Take a big deep breath in. Exhale. Press the palms away from the mat. Tuck that chin to chest, around through the spine. Inhale, send the tailbone to the ceiling. Relax those shoulders away from the ears. Exhale, tuck that chin. Open up through the back of the body. Reverse that for me. Big deep breath in. Pressing down and away. Really arching through the back like an angry cat. Beautiful. Give me one more each way. Opening up. Exhale. Pressing down. Beautiful. Come back to center. Maybe wiggle those hips from side to side, creating room in the side body. Maybe give me some yes and no's, nodding with the head, loosening up the neck. Beautiful. Warming up that spine a little bit more. Send that right palm to the ceiling, coming up, opening through the chest, exhaling down, thread that arm through, bring the shoulder down to the mat. Inhale, reverse, palm goes to sky. Exhale, thread the needle. Beautiful. Give me 2 more like that. Opening up nice and wide. All the twist comes from the chest here, so the hips stay where they are. Last one, opening up. And exhale, threading down. Beautiful. Replace that palm down. Left side, palm goes up to the ceiling. Exhale, down and through. Beautiful. One more like that. Beautiful. Coming back up. Big inhale. Exhale, down. 2 more. Twisting from the chest. Last one. And exhale, down. Beautiful. Bring that palm back down. Extend out through the right leg. Sit back on the heels. Let that toe rotate up towards the ceiling. Come back to center. Exhale as you sit back. Feeling a nice stretch in the inner thigh. As you sit back, that toe rotates up. Beautiful. Give me 2 more. And last one. Beautiful. Back to center. Come onto that left side. Let me show you from the front. Left leg extends out to the side, sitting back onto that heel. Toe rotates up to the ceiling. Exhale as you sit back. Beautiful. Feeling a nice deep stretch. 2 more. And last one. Opening up through the hip. Beautiful. Bring that leg back in. Come back to center. From here, we're just going to come into some pelvic tucks. So I want you to send your belly down to the mat. As you exhale, draw those ribs down towards your hips. Tuck that pelvis under. Reverse it. Inhale, open through the front of the body. Exhale, tuck that pelvis under. Beautiful. As you exhale, think of drawing those ribs down towards your hips. Reducing the space between the ribs and the hips here. Really activating through the deep core muscles. So your core is made up of 4 different parts. The transverse abdominis, which are along the front, the diaphragm, pelvic floor, and multifidus. You want to make sure you're really activating all those elements of your powerhouse. Give me 2 more. No sucking that belly in. It's really drawing in and down. Last one. Beautiful. Cross those feet over. We're going to come down to sit in the middle of our mat, grabbing onto that ring. placing that ring in between the thighs, so just underneath where the knees are, coming into that fleshy bit with those foamy pads. Make sure you're bringing those feet a little bit closer in, so we don't want our feet to be out too wide. We want them about hip distance apart. Naturally, that's going to bring a little pressure in on that ring to start with. Press those palms into the mat. You're going to exhale as you press up for 2 and lower down for 2, coming into our glute bridge. So pressing the feet and the palms into the mat. We're pressing up for 2, lowering down for 2, and down. Nice and slow with that tempo here. As you lift those hips, can you make sure you're drawing those ribs down towards your hips, activating through the core, and make sure as you're lifting up, we're not dumping into that lower back, we're not overextending here. We've got a slight tuck of that pelvis, and down. Exhale to come up, inhale to lower down. We're trying to create a really nice long line from the top of our knees up to our shoulders in that highest point. And down. Starting to feel those glutes warm up. Beautiful. Keeping a nice squeeze onto that ring. Up and down. Not only will you start to feel those glutes work here, you'll probably start to feel a little bit of that inner thigh. Beautiful. Maybe even a little bit of hamstring activation. And down. Give me 4. Last 3. Pressing into that ring. Last 2. Use those palms to help stabilize you. Hold at the top on 1. From here, can you just squeeze that ring in and in? In and in. Hips stay up nice and high. No movement happens from the hips. Just those knees pressing in for 8, 7, 6, draw those ribs down towards your hips. 4, 3, 2, 1. Can you hold it for me? Hold a squeeze in, hold it up, lower down halfway, come back up. Lower down, come back up. Just give me 6, 5, last 4, inner thighs are burning. Last 3, last 2, last 1, press up, roll down. Beautiful job. If that ring is feeling like a lot, take the ring out, bring those knees to chest just for a minute. We're going to reset. Whew. Okay, bring that ring back to where it was. Pressing in, making sure those feet are about hip distance apart. Press those palms into the mat. Really make sure you're rounding those shoulders back and down so they're not coming up and off. Exhale as you come up. Inhale as you lower. This time we're going to add a little bit of tempo. You're going to lift for 3. So 1, 2, 3. Drop down on 1. Lift for 1, 2, 3, and down. Keeping that press in on the ring. Squeezing those glutes. Making sure you breathe. Let the breath help you. Drawing those ribs down towards the hips. You're lifting for 3 counts. 1, 2, 3. Lowering down. Really helps when you play with tempo here. Adds another layer of challenge. Starts to heat up the body. Making you feel those glutes and those inner thighs. Beautiful. Give me 3 more like this. 1, 2, 3. Lower down. 1, 2, 3. Last one. 1, 2, 3. Hold at the top. Draw those ribs down towards the hips, really activating through the core. Can you give me those presses in on the band? In and in, just for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Beautiful. Drop it down. Ooh, that is starting to burn. Take that ring out. Thread the feet through it and place it this time on the outside of just above the knees. So this time you're going to be pressing out into the bands. Make sure the squishy pads are touching where the thigh is, the outside of the thigh. Press those palms back down. Draw those ribs down towards your hips. You're going to exhale as you press up for 2 and down for 2, coming back to our original tempo. As we come up, the knees are pressing slightly against that ring. As we press against the ring, we're starting to activate through our glute med, which is more on the side of our glutes. Exhale to press up, inhale to lower down. So slight different variation. The sensation feels a little bit different in the body as well. You probably feel a little bit more heat on the side of the glutes, up and lower down. Maybe even the side of the hips. Beautiful. Up for 2, down for 2. Squeezing those glutes, pressing the heels into the mat. Give me 4. Last 3. Last 2. Holding on 1. Last 1, hold up at the top. Can you give me a little press out into that ring as if you're trying to split it apart? Out and out and out. It's a really tiny movement, but as you do that, you're really working the external rotation of the hips here. Abduction, out and out and out. Squeeze those hips. Give me 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Beautiful. Drop it down. Remove that ring. Bring those knees into chest. Maybe create some circles with the knees. Beautiful. Give me a big deep breath in and exhale. Glutes are definitely feeling nice and warm there. Bring that ring into the palms above the face and the chest here. Give me a slight press on that ring. Bring those legs out into tabletop, making sure you're drawing your ribs down towards your hips here. You're going to drop the right toe down. Exhale, bring it back in. Drop the left. You're exhaling as you drop that toe, keeping everything else nice and stable in the body. Beautiful. Keeping those hips nice and stable. There's a tiny press in on that ring. It's really helping to keep our upper body active. Down. Exhale as you drop. Beautiful. Now, can you point that toe a little bit further away from the glute as you drop it? Down and away to really activate through those hip flexors, activating into the deep core. Beautiful. Drawing those ribs down towards your hips, keeping everything nice and stable. Starting to feel that core light up. Give me 5. Last 4. Last 3. Last 2. Last 1. Beautiful. Bring the knees into chest. Lower that ring down for a moment. We're going to come into our second round, so we're going to reset. Ring comes back up. Tiny little press in on that. Legs come to tabletop. This time as we exhale, we're extending out through the right toe and back in. Left side. Exhale, extend. Inhale to return. Beautiful. Nice long lines through the toes. Pressing in slightly on that ring. And back. Now, can we make sure that we're not drawing that knee too close into our chest when it returns? So we don't want it to come back in. We want it to be, the knee to be tracking over the top of the hip. Beautiful. If you're feeling good here, as you lower the leg, extend the arms back overhead, come back into center. Exhale. Bring those arms down by the ears. Beautiful. So toe lowers, ring lowers. Back to center. Nice and controlled. So we're not wobbling from side to side. If there's ever any wobbling through the pelvis, regress and keep the arms up or come back to that toe tap and build that strength up. Beautiful. Give me 6. Last 5. Lengthen through those toes. 4. Draw those ribs down towards your hips. Just give me 2 more. Beautiful job. Last 1. And back to center. Beautiful job. Rolling down onto our right side body, bringing that ring with us. We're coming up onto our right forearm. So right forearm is down on the mat. We're going to create a really nice long line through the body. So our right elbow is underneath our right shoulder. Super important when it comes into our side plank. Our knees are creating a really nice line with our hips and our chest. Feet are behind us, so we're coming up into a side kneeling plank. We're pulling our waist away from the mat and pressing out of this right forearm. You're going to exhale, Coming up into that side plank, pressing down on the ring as you do, lowering down. Exhale, and up. So as you lift those hips, you press down on the ring. Beautiful. I want you to keep that chest nice and open so we're not caving down and coming down like this. That chest is nice and proud. We're keeping those shoulder blades back together. And we're pressing out of that forearm and out of the waist. Option to extend that left leg out to get a little bit more range. Keeping those hips nice and in line so we're not rolling back, we're not rolling too far forward. Pressing up, lowering down. Beautiful job. Pressing out of that forearm, really lifting the waist up out of the mat. Drawing those ribs down towards the hips. Beautiful, feeling that burn. If you're feeling good here, option to come up into that full plank. Lower down, pressing up. Beautiful. Give me 5. Last 4. Last 3. Last 2. On this next one, can you hold it up for me? Pressing out of that forearm, lifting through the waist. Can you just press down and down for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Beautiful. Can you lower the hips? Lift it up. Lower down. Lift it up for 8. Breathe for me. 7. Press out of that forearm. 6, 5. Nice and proud through the chest. 4. Shaking. 3. Last 2. And last 1. Beautiful. Melt down. Come to sit up. Shake out that right arm. Maybe bring it up and over into a mermaid stretch. Stretching out through the side body. Take a big deep breath in. Stretching out through the obliques, through the sides of the hips, sides of the body. Beautiful job. We're going to repeat that on the left side. So, switching those legs around. Coming down, left forearm is underneath the shoulder. The ring is at our chest height. Knees are in line with our shoulders and our hips. Feet are behind us. We're going to press up, pressing our waist away from the mat. Coming up, pressing down and lower. Exhale as you press up. So the hips lift, the hand presses down. Nice and proud through that chest. If you are feeling good here, extend that top leg. Get a little bit more range. If you feel any tension in that neck, press a little bit further out of that forearm and look down at the forearm. Beautiful. Up and down. Really pulling that waist up and away from the mat. So the lift is coming from the waist. You're not pressing out of that shoulder, pressing out of the forearm, lifting from the waist. Beautiful. Heel coming up into that full plank, lowering down, lifting up. Give me 6, 5, 4, 3. Second side is always harder. Last 2. Last 1. Can you hold it up for me? Can you give me a pulse? Pressing into the ring. Down. For 8, 7. Keep the hips up. 6, 5, 4. Keep breathing. 3, 2, 1. Beautiful. Can you lower the hips and lift? Lower and lift for 8. We've got this. 7, 6, 5. Last 4. We've got it. 3. Just 2 more. I'm with you. Last 1. And melt down. Beautiful job. Pop that ring to the side. Coming into that mermaid stretch. Wave that arm over. Take a big deep breath in. Exhale. Stretch out through the side of the body. Feel a nice stretch through the obliques. Maybe through that hip. Beautiful job. Through the shoulder. Lovely. Roll onto our tummy. Bring that ring with us. We're going to come into a little bit of a back extension. From here, press the tops of the feet into the mat. The ring is going to come out nice and long in front of us. We've got a slight bend in our elbow. From here, The hips are staying heavy onto the mat. Inhale as you come up, lengthening through the crown of the head, and then lowering back down. Feeling all of the muscles that sit underneath where, for my ladies, where your bra sits. Maybe even under those armpits. Beautiful. Lengthening through the crown of the head and lowering down. Nice and gentle here. Beautiful. Give me 3. Last 2. And last 1. And melt down. Beautiful. Press the left palm into the center of the ring. Press the left palm into the center of the lower back. From here, we're just going to work unilaterally, so just one side. The shoulder is going to stabilize you as you press up, lift through the chest, and lower down. What we really want to focus on with this variation is the ring is just feedback. So this time we're not really pressing into the ring. We're trying to lift up from the chest, activating through all those muscles that help us in our back extension. And that ring under the left palm is just here to help us, give us a little feedback, give us a tiny bit of tension to press on. Beautiful, nice and slowly. Give me 3 more. Last 2. Really helps with our posture, this movement. And last 1. Extending through the crown of the head, coming up and lowering back down. Beautiful. Take a bit of a breather at the bottom. Switch over to the right side. Right side comes onto the pad. Left hand comes onto the lower back. Again, inhale, extending through the crown of the head, coming up and lowering down. Nice and slow. Chest comes up off the mat and we lower down, keeping the natural curve of the spine here. So we don't want to unnecessarily tuck that lower back under. We want to keep that curve and just lift that chest and lower down. Beautiful. Give me 3 more. Last 2. And last 1, pressing up, lifting that chest away and lower down. Beautiful. Pop that ring off to the side. Bring those palms underneath the shoulders. Press back into a child's pose. We did a lot of back extension there, so we're just going to reverse that movement, coming into a bit of flexion. So place that forehead down on the mat. Take a couple of big deep breaths in and exhale. Beautiful. Another big deep breath in and exhale. Beautiful. Peeling up out of that, coming down into the center of the mat just to sit. We're going to come into a couple of stretches. Bring that right ankle on top of the left knee. We're going to come into a seated figure 4. Pressing your palms away from the mat. Bring that chest towards the shin. Feeling a nice stretch through that right glute. Take a big deep breath in. And exhale. Beautiful. One more big deep breath in. And exhale. Switch it over. Left ankle comes on top of the right knee. Pressing up out of those palms. Chest nice and proud. Bringing the chest towards the shin to feel a nice stretch through that left glute. Big deep breath in. And exhale. One more big deep breath in. And exhale. Beautiful. Come to sit in the middle of your mat. From here, we're just going to send the left forearm down to the mat. Right arm comes over into our side bend. Take a big deep breath in. Exhale down, feel a stretch through the right side body. Beautiful. Take one more big deep breath in. Turn the chest down towards the thigh. Big deep breath in. And exhale. Beautiful. Bring that right palm down to the mat, coming down on the forearm, left palm comes over to the right side. Take a big deep breath in and exhale. Beautiful. One more big deep breath in. Rotate that chest down towards the thigh and exhale. Beautiful. Come back to center. And you've made it to the end. Thank you guys for joining me on the mat today. I hope you enjoyed that quick full body session that used the Pilates ring. Let me know what you'd like to see next time in the comments, and I'll see you on the mat. Thanks guys, bye.